I feel like this is the only outcome that I would have preferred for Peter's relationships. And I've been seeing comparisons to Gamora and Star-Lord from Guardians 3. In Brand New Day, things might be a little more hopeful. Spoilers ahead for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Immediately bringing back MJ and Ned into the fold made me so nervous about Peter and them reconciling too fast. The act of Peter sacrificing his identity and their memories so that they could be safe was so impactful in No Way Home that I feel like it would lose its impact if we immediately cut to them being friends already again. It would regress Peter's character. And I love that because the spell is still intact, this can only further Peter's story. Now let's start from the beginning. Peter finding out that MJ has a boyfriend and that causing him to break down and trigger the arachnid DNA to become heightened. I love that heartbreak is one of the biggest triggers for this. Fast forward, Jean threatens MJ's life. Peter immediately focuses on getting MJ away. They go to the Silver Cup studio sign. Peter is tricked by Jean. Now this was cruel, but I knew from the start that something was up. Figuring it out so fast was just, I took a step back. I really love that Jean drives home in Peter's mind that there is nothing in MJ's mind about Peter, about Spider-Man. MJ and Ned just know that Spider-Man had saved them multiple times throughout the years. But it completely confirms to us that the spell truly did work and there is no coming back from that. I also love that Jean calls Peter out on his hopeful true love's kiss moment and lets him know that MJ would have hated that. And using his heartbreak against him was so cruel. Such a great villain moment for Jean. She tried to invade Peter's mind, but the closest thing that she could do was to invade the mind of the love of his life. And that is just too good. I'm not gonna defend Jean, but she ate. Now, MJ and Peter's scenes in Frank's home have to be some of the best chemistry from Tom and Zendaya, where they're talking to each other behind a curtain. MJ's laying down, Peter's still working on his inhibitor chip, MJ holding his head while looking at his lenses, and you can see Peter's eyes through the mask. You guys, my teeth are chattering. And you can just sense Peter's nerves because he knows that they just kissed earlier. And I really like that MJ even goes as far as to helping Spider-Man figure out this inhibitor chip, even though she does not know him at all. And I love the idea of MJ's boyfriend calling her withholding. Peter left his mark. He continuously brought her out of her shell, allowing her to be vulnerable and even allowing her to be best friends with Ned as well. It's only because of Peter's friendship with Ned that MJ and Ned even became friends and later now roommates. And without that missing piece, it only makes sense that she would still be out of her shell as an adult, but less vulnerable because that reason is missing. Although Peter isn't on her mind, his impact is still there. Now, there is something to say about how they write MJ's character. I feel like she was the most interesting in this movie. I really would have loved more from MJ's character.